Well, when someone suffers cardiac arrest, survival depends on immediately receiving CPR. And if CPR is performed in the first few minutes, it can double or even triple your chance of survival. And the more people who know CPR, the more lives that can be saved. So Rick Wiersbicki from the Venice Regional Bayfront Health is here to talk about CPR and even how it's changed over the years. Rick, thank you for being here. I know a lot of people are intimidated by CPR. For me, you know, the mouth to mouth. How do you even do that? That has been something that over the years maybe kept me from even trying it out. Tell us a little bit about how, you know, hands-only CPR is the way to go.
To your point, let's talk about just quickly about the numbers. So cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in the United States every year. Upwards of 400,000 people a year die. Of those people, 90% of them will not survive an out-of-hospital cardiac arrest.
That's horrible.
And to your point, some of the experts would think that people were intimidated by performing CPR, witness CPR. They didn't know how to do it. They were afraid of the communication.
Or even hurting someone not knowing.
Correct, and just not knowing it. So what we have found out is that of the 90% of people, 46% of people only receive the CPR. And to your point, if you do CPR immediately after cardiac arrest, you can double or triple the survivability of patients.
And
so it's important that you can learn how to do this.
And the American Heart Association has come up with this hands-only to help people feel more comfortable about performing CPR. 70% of these patients will happen in your house. So it's probably a loved one, you know, a sibling, a spouse.
70%.
70% of these, or 90% of the arrests, 70% of those will happen in a home.
Well, we've got some here, so you can show us how to do it.
Correct. So
we're going to separate here, and Stephanie and I will come out.
Get down on the floor. Because is it easier to be over someone when this happens?
Yeah, well, I mean, you really want to be to the side, so a perpendicular, like a 90-degree angle.
To the side of
so
them.
that's
So
perfect.
this in front of me?
Yeah, there you go, just like that.
Okay.
Take this one like
and
that.
So hands only.
Hands only. So what you want to do is there's two steps.
Okay.
So if you see someone have a cardiac arrest, pick up the phone, 911.
Okay, that's step number one.
That's number one. Step
And then
number
immediately
two,
start.
Okay, put right in the center of the chest.
Perpendicular, got it.
And fast and hard, 100 to 120 per minute.
100 to 120
compressions.
And you have to keep doing this the whole time until someone arrives.
Until the EMS would arrive.
So can you show us? And then
Yes. So just fast and hard in the center of the chest.
So this is a lot of work, to be
It is
honest.
a lot. Correct.
Yeah, it's hard.
Exercise.
So ideally, I mean, if there's somebody else in the room with you or somebody passing by, you can call for help and say.
So there is a type of rhythm. Is there any kind of cues in your head or just counting?
Well, so
really?
the American Heart Association has come up with a song, that the old disco song, "Staying Alive."
Oh, perfect. Okay, I can do that.
So very apropos to a dead patient staying alive.
So you
we
think
cue
you
that?
kind
So-
of use the
So
beat in your
The
head?
beat is to the pump.
The rhythm and the cadence.
Okay.
So
Staying alive.
There we go.
So staying alive, staying alive.
There we go.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Saving lives.
Staying alive.
Okay, I can do that. So we have a song, we got the rhythm, and the mouth to mouth, it doesn't really work as efficiently. This is what works.
Correct. But good, high quality CPR, circulating the blood to the organs in the brain, and keeping that has shown studies to increase survivability.
So it's just as efficient as blowing, so you don't have to do
that.
both.
Correct.
Now, how can we get certified? Because I think that would be something great to have, and then you'll feel more comfortable.
Correct. So you can go to heart.org,
Okay.
and that will give you your local areas of where you can get certification.
Is it a fast, easy process?
You know, for the general public, yeah, it's a very quick
And
process.
for people my age, it's a dating plus. Because if you're certified in CPR, a man would rather go out with me.
But it's still great, you know, for people, if you're watching kids, or even if something
Correct.
happens to a kid or they choke or something.
But you know what, to get to your point, you don't need to be certified to just do this. I mean, you just get your hands in the middle of the chest, call 911 first, get your hands in the middle of
It's
the chest.
that simple.
And you just keep pressing. You're
How
not
long
supposed
do
to
you do
stop.
this?
You keep doing it until the EMS gets there. And like I said, ideally it would be nice if somebody walked by, call for help, and say,
Right.
can you relieve me? And just start singing the Bee Gees.
So the idea is to continuously have blood circulating
Correct.
through all of the organs so
Correct.
nothing shuts down or nothing gets damaged.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Wow.
All right, well, look,
Perfect.
it seems like it's something that we should all at
No.
least be aware of how to do at this level. Is there any reason not to jump in and do it? I mean, if I'm not certified in CPR and somebody goes down, can I do any harm by jumping in and doing the best I can?
Absolutely not. You know,
Okay, because I think people are scared to help.
Correct. Correct. I mean, you are protected from a liability standpoint,
Okay.
from a legal standpoint. you cannot be sued.
But from a medical standpoint, I can't physically hurt this guy.
If
I
you
deal
are
with
in the
this.
middle of the chair, he's already dead.
In the
So it is pretty
But you have
shocking.
to think about what is the worst case scenario that
Right.
can happen.
Right.
He's already about to die.
Right.
So
Good point.
anything you can do at this
Right.
point would be helpful.
Chances are high that you can help save them.
Correct.
So
before
we
they get
need to
the hospital.
encourage people to jump in.
Absolutely,
It's not
just jump
just
in.
about getting certified,
Right.
it's about jumping
Correct.
in.
It's the intimidation. I'm not formally trained.
Right.
I don't know how to do this. Could I hurt somebody? Am I going to get legally involved if I hurt somebody with
Right.
this?
Well,
So
and you know, you guys have a walk coming up to bring awareness to this kind of stuff and heart disease, and tell us about that.
correct. So we have the Suncoast Heart Walk coming up on September 10th, and it's just a great family-friendly event. It's obviously to raise the awareness for stroke and heart disease in the community. We expect about 1,500 to 2,000
Wow,
people at
that's great.
Benderson Park. We have a 1 mile and a 3 mile walk.
And Scott Dennis is emceeing, of course, from
Yes,
ABC7.
absolutely.
We'll be there with a table there.
Yeah,
So
it's
thank
great.
you
Yeah,
for
but
partnering up with us.
You can
Yes.
still come out. You just go to suncoastheartwalk.org to find out more information. Make sure you're there on September the 10th. Suncoastheartwalk.org. Very easy to remember. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
and
you
showing
again
us
for
just
having
how easy it is to help save a life. You can do it. Just
Get involved.
staying alive. Perfect. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.